أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم را تلك الآيات كتابا ولينزل إليك من ربك الحق ولكن أكثر الناس لا يؤمنون والله الذي رفع السماوات بغير عمده ترونها ثم استوى على عرش وسخر الشمس وقمره كل تجري لأجل مسمى يدبر أمرا يفسر آياتا لعلكم بلقاء ربكم توقنون هو الذي مد عرضا وجعل فيها رواسي وانهار ومن كل ثمرات جعل فيها زوجين اثنين يغشي ليلا النهار إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون صدق الله العلي العظيم. I just recited from Surah Al-Ra'd, which is chapter 30 of the Quran, verse 1, 2, and 3 verses. Very important verses that has caused some controversies in the astronomical world. The modern astronomers or astrologers, they come with their postulations saying that the Quran was wrong. There's this precise verse that the sun and the moon rotate or moves round in their orbits. That the sun does not move, rather the moon moves, but the sun does not move, which is the heliocentric modern system which they stood on. And according to such astrologers by the name of famous Nicolaus Copernicus, the year 1473 down to 1543. He wrote in his famous book called Revolutionibus Orbius Celestium a Libri 6. That is the 6 books on the revolution of the heavenly bodies or the celestial bodies. Now, he wrote in his book extensively, following what was said by previous astrologers or philosophers like Philolaus, which he relied on, and Acetas. They all wrote following the Aristotelian theory, which is the pre-modern theorem at that time on the issue of the earth and the celestial bodies, saying that is the earth does not, according to them, say that the earth rotates because it is secular, which we agree, because the earth is secular, as was said in the Bible as well, the book of Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22, when God said that I sit on the circle of the earth, put my footstool on the circle of the earth, while you inhabitants like grasshoppers in the earth, and I spread out the heavens. This is the Bible. So that means the earth is circle. In the Hebrew word used there was shovel. Agreeable. Now, in this case, those philosophers or astronomers who put these postulations forward, they are not wrong that the earth rotates. But saying the sun does not rotate, which disagrees with the Quran, because the Quran says, سَخَرَ الشَّمْسَ وَقَمَرًا كُلُّ تَجْرِي لِأَجَلٍ مُسَمًّى, that the heavens, which is the sun and the moon, they rotate in their own axis. Yes, it's true. Some astrologers and philosophers agree with us. Example like Aristocamus from Samos, and also like famous astrologer, which is Galileo Galilei, an Italian physicist, from the year 1564 down to 1642, which Isaac Newton followed suit from his theory, because he was arrested and Isaac Newton followed suit using their telescope. It's called Galilean telescope, to examine that it is also said that the sun rotates. Why? What was his proof? His proof, when he stood in front of the church, because the church has adopted the ideology and the astronomical ideology from the famous astrologer Nicolaus Copernicus, saying that the earth rotates, neither the the sun does not rotate. That is called a heliocentric modern system. Now he proved it with the verse because they are strongly holding on to the Bible. So he told them that go back to Joshua chapter 10 verse 12, which I will use as an evidence now. Joshua chapter 10 verse 12, Joshua, the book of Joshua. Joshua, after leading the people of Israel from Egypt, they came to a particular land and they met some people there. They called the Amorites. It says that God had delivered the people of Amorites. Then when God divided, He made the sun to stand still at Gibeon. And also the moon remained at Ajalon. That means if the sun stood still at Gibeon, God is speaking through Joshua, who sees beyond the earth. He said that the sun also rotates, so he made it to stand still, not rotating for a specified time. This was what Galileo used as evidence scripturally to prove his point. But scientifically, he had shown in his book that the sun also rotates in Yahoo axis as well, because it's a circular orbital body. It's a orbital body in the heaven or in the space, in a free space. Just in a free space, moving with electromagnetic field around all planetary bodies, because all planetary bodies are being surrounded by electromagnetic field. Now, with that, it indicates that all these planets move in their own axis, including the Earth. So it's not against the Quran. And those who stood on this belief, like Claudius, was a mentor for Galileo, had his own extensive work, the 2nd century after the death of Christ, AD. Wrote a model which he devised called the geocentric modern system, and having an eccentricity of 0, because when you have an eccentricity of 0, it indicates that all bodies rotate in their own axis, either anti-clockwise or clockwise. So it's not against the Quran. Whose point is that the earth and the heavens and all the planetary bodies rotate like the moon rotates, which is said in the Quran. So we agree on that point, as the Quran mentions. Thank you, brothers and sisters. As we understand that the Quran does not oppose science, rather it supports science. So we stood on the ground as a Muslim that the Quran supports what? Science. Thank you, brothers and sisters. My name is Mr. on this platform of Islam. Thank you.